My name is Jonno Sweetman. I'm a drummer that lives in Cape Town in South Africa, and this video is a part of the SAJE festival, being the year 2020, which has been an interesting year for all of us. I just want to thank SAJE for inviting me to be a part of this festival this year, which as you most probably now know, is going to be digital. It's going to be made up of videos mostly, and I just want to thank them for having me this year. Okay, so what I want to cover in this video is a little bit about my experience during this pandemic, this COVID-19 pandemic, and also what my approach has been to music and creativity, and why I've done what I've done. But before I dive into what I call the 21 Days, 21 Beats video series that I did, I want to talk a little bit about a small project that I took on quite a few years back, and I called it Connected. And it was kind of an idea that I had that actually never ended up materializing into anything more than one really cool video I did with Reza Kota, also a guitar player living here in Cape Town. And what it was just an idea that I had to do a series of videos, and I think it was going to be mostly video recordings, but also audio recordings of me playing improvisations and sending it to people that I knew across the globe, musicians from Scandinavia, some from the US, and also other parts of Europe. And my idea was just to send an improvisation and then get them to improvise something on top. And this idea was started off by a video that I did with Reza, where we talked about this idea of being connected. So the idea that I had alongside this video and this idea of being connected is that the world has spent so much energy over the last decade or so, even more, to get people connected, to get us connected, whether it's airlines that are now affordable, to digital mediums, to connect people through social media and other networks and the internet. All these processes that have been developed over these years to make us connected has now suddenly come to a grinding halt, and now we've been told to socially distance, that this is going to be the most important way of life. And for a lot of people that were really prolific in their, especially as musicians, traveling and mixing with different cultures and being all over the world, it's just this blur to a lot of these people. Like, what do we do now? There's no traveling, there's no moving around, and I guess the way I saw it, for me being so far down south in South Africa, and often being disconnected from the rest of the world, being so far south, I thought I have to come up with I have to at least make more effort with regard to what I present, or the way I present myself online, and any sort of digital media that there is of me. I wanted to be able to find a way to curate that and make it something that I feel is really authentic to who I am and what I do. So quite a few years back, I started making videos, just solo drums, playing solo drums in cool locations in Cape Town and around, mostly around this area, and just putting these together into like short videos that people can go and check out. And I just thought that this was a cool way for me to just really solidify what I do and what my passion is and the way I sound, if you just strip it all away and just the nuts and bolts of what I do. I did these videos and life happens and you get busy and you're doing gigs. I had a lot of local gigs I also did some touring, and I had a bunch of videos, but I would only do those videos when I had time to do them. And then the COVID-19 pandemic hit us, and in South Africa we got slapped with an initial 21-day lockdown. So when that lockdown got announced, it was almost like it was obvious. I'm going to just do a bunch of these videos that I only do when I have time to do. And now I've got this time to do it. And the number 21 just resonated with me, to do 21 beats in 21 days. So that's what I called the video series. And it's kind of the theme for the idea, or what I wanted to do was keep one sort of aesthetic, or one sort of theme, as you can call it, for the videos. I didn't want to move around, and obviously we couldn't. We were stuck in our houses. So I wanted to do something that I knew I could do in the place I was staying. And the idea I had was a video I did years ago when I first moved to Cape Town, from a small town where I grew up in, called Knysna. I moved down here. This is in 2007. And when I moved down, I remember I didn't have many gigs. I phoned a friend of mine, Lee Thompson, and asked him if he's got anything going. And he literally had 2 gigs. Each of them paid about 400 Rand, which is the equivalent of, 30 euros or something like that. And that's all I could earn over the entire month, was with these 2 gigs. And I knew that I had to let people know that I'd moved here. So I made this short video where I was just playing in my environment, where I was staying in this little place where I'd moved into in Fish Hoek. And I want to cut away now and show you a little bit of that video. Cool, so as you can see, that video, super lo-fi. I used I think I had a BlackBerry phone or an old cell phone, no sound recording equipment, just put up my cell phone and recorded that beat. And I remember after that beat, there were a few people in Joburg who said, "Oh, you've moved to Cape Town, pity, it would be cool to have you here in Joburg." And I remember there was a little bit of a buzz around the video. Definitely didn't go viral, but it was just a little spark of creativity that people saw on Facebook, and I definitely got a few calls and subsequently got some work from it. So that's always kind of stuck with me. I've never been huge into self-promotion, and I've never been hugely active in social media or video content, but once I'd done the video, I realized that sometimes people just actually need to be aware and to see and hear and get a feeling for something is pretty much priceless. And obviously the best would be to see someone perform live. So what I did was with 21 days and 21 beats, I took this idea of nuts and bolts and just playing my drums. And I wanted to just let those that knew about me and let social media know, and just put some videos out of this progression of just unpacking what I do and what I can do within the limitations of being locked down in the house and not having a studio. I had a really nice camera, but I didn't have amazing sound equipment. I'll go into detail a little bit later about some of the things that I used to make the videos. But I want to cut away now just to the first video I did. And I just played the drums with my hands. And I think my wife was in that video, and my doggies. So I was just in a very comfortable environment at home. And I remember setting up that morning and deciding to take on this quest of making 21 videos in 21 days. And that first video was just me playing really quietly and just getting the drums to sound like something, with minimal miking and just playing with my hands. So you can see the video here now. Okay, so as you can see, that video, I really loved that. That first video just got me inspired to do it. I thought it was cool the way the drums came out and the way I played with my hands, and so I needed to try and figure out how to tackle the next few videos, and I thought I definitely wanted to explore the drums as just purely aesthetic and also melodic. So some of the videos I tuned my drums and had some sort of tonal center, and I would play around kind of like chordal changes. But one thing that happened within the first few videos I did, I had a few musicians asking me, hey, it'd be cool, would you like to do a collaboration? And I kind of thought I would want to most probably do something with someone, because I had 21 days. That means 21 beats, means 21 videos. I thought, look, how am I going to do this? So the first person that got hold of me was Skull Cubain, a very cool bass player who lives in Stellenbosch. And he got hold of me and he just said, I've done this thing this morning, I'll send it to you, see what it sounds like. And I remember getting it and I just thought it's so cool. It was super melodic and kind of quite dark, and I just had my gear set up and I played it on my laptop, and I just improvised over what I was hearing, and that's the video I'll cut away to now. Okay, as you can see that just played you a snippet from that video. Yeah, really happy with that, and that's turned into another collaboration with Ronan Skillen, which you can see if you go to my YouTube channel, and quite a few other really cool collaborations. And then, so what I also wanted to do was kind of, because obviously I'm primarily a jazz drummer, I would say, but I play with other artists as well, other South African artists, and blues and rock and roll and experimental music as well. So I wanted to really solidify this kind of understanding of jazz and Cape Town music, the music of Cape Town, and all the years playing with Kyle Shepherd's trio and Alvin Dyers and some of these local artists. I wanted to explore, or just pretty much, I just wanted to play a Guma groove and have that as one of the videos. So we'll cut away to a snippet of that now. So yeah, so I really like that take. I remember I just got into the feeling of it. I was singing one of the Guma tracks that I've played with Kyle, or maybe Uncle Alvin Dyers or someone. I can't remember who it was, but that was what was resonating in my head when I played that. And I just want to cut away to another groove or another one of the videos, which was quite a feat to do, because I said to myself, I want to try and double up two videos. So I want to take a video of myself playing and then myself playing on top of that video of something else, and I wanted to kind of play something very kind of straight ahead jazz. So I took the song So What, the famous Miles Davis song, and I played a rendition of that. So I'll cut away to a snippet of that now. Okay, so this is kind of, I've played 3 of these videos that were part of the series, and I just want to quickly point out or just explain why I did this and why I felt like it was important. for me personally, I just felt like I don't know what I'm going to do for 21 days. And like I said, this idea came to me to do these beats and to take it on. So it was a challenge for myself, but I also feel like being a musician and being a creative, I felt like this is a good time to really just create content and just put out creativity through this digital medium, which is having a camera in front of you, video recording and audio, and just do what you do and give people this opportunity to look into what you do. And it doesn't have to always be there's something about authenticity, and there's something about trying to translate that, and I think we try and be authentic, but it's actually something that you don't actually have to try and be. Being authenticity is just being authentic. So I don't think it's something you have to try and strive to be, and I don't think there's any notebook on how to be authentic. So that was what I took away from this, or what I really wanted to have as a part of this video series, was to try and just be myself and let people see that, so that there was, for me, for any video content or anything you create as artists and put out there, if people have a chance to see it, they will make their own deduction of if they like it or if they don't like it, and you have no control over that. But what you do have a control over is being authentic and putting that out there. So if I get that call from someone, I want to be able to just know that they know that I'm being myself, and these are my strengths. That was one of the main reasons behind this 21 beats, actually, is just to delve into all the facets of my playing and what I do. So I just want to play out with the last video of that series, which to me was not kind of a jazz thing at all, but just a part of what got me into music quite many years ago. And there's a song by my friend Jim Jones, who lives in the UK, and I just played a drum take over a solo guitar, a song where there was actually no drum track, so I just kind of made my own drum track. And what I'll also do at the end of this video is just I'll just cut away to a list of the gear that I've used for these videos, and as you'll see, very simple audio setup and camera setup, and also just the way that it all worked together was just perfect for what I needed. And I guess recording drums is a lot about your environment, the room, and mic placement. So those are all things that I've developed over the years, and I just trust my ear with a good set of headphones, and that's how I did these videos. So thanks again to SAJE for getting me involved in this, and looking forward to 2021, and hopefully that means more music and more beautiful jazz concerts that are put together by SAJE, and obviously all the artists that they bring from across the world. Thanks again, and stay safe.
No man is really an island, more like a freight ship, trying to do all he can to stay afloat, filling up his whole life with things he's not needing, taking on too much weight's gonna sink the boat. How long do I stay on the phone to stop me feeling lonely? How long do I stare at the screen before the ache is gone? With all these people here, who really knows me? Gotta get myself back home where I